everyone, this is Carla from DIY Happy Home, and I'm here today to make some sticky buns. I am using this happens to be a large pack of the 36 Rhodes yeast dinner rolls, and I'm going to be using half of this bag. Again, 36 pack. I'm going to be using 18 rolls or so to make sticky buns, and I've got some cinnamon, and I have 1 stick of butter, some Jell-O cook and serve vanilla pudding. You can also use butterscotch or French vanilla, but it must be cook and serve. You cannot use instant for this recipe. And then if you prefer raisins, I'm going to be putting raisins in, or nuts for your sticky buns. You may also put raisins and nuts, but or plain. Some people just like plain. But today I'm going to be using some raisins for my sticky buns. And then of course I have brown sugar. I have about 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And then this is the cinnamon here. I have it in a bowl because I plan to roll some of these rolls. And this is an overnight recipe. You could certainly, before I start, just to let you guys know, if say it were Christmas and you were having a lot of family over, you could certainly use the 36 pack of rolls and just have 2 bundt pans to make 2 things of sticky buns. But for my family, my kids are off tomorrow on a Wednesday, which I thought for my family that obviously 1 bundt pan of sticky buns is enough. So I'll save half of the rolls for another day or another type of recipe. Okay, to start, I'm going to spray my pan with butter spray. If you're using your bundt pan, hopefully it's a non-stick one. This is non-stick, however, because this is so sticky, you do need to either butter your bundt pan, spray your bundt pan, or use Crisco on your bundt pan. And in this recipe, I recommend you do not use fake butter because you won't get that stickiness that you need. You need the brown sugar and the butter to create that stickiness with the caramel. So I'm going to spray over my sink. Excuse me for a second. I don't like to get the grease everywhere. And I'm choosing to use butter flavored spray, but you can use whatever works for you, but do not use the spray, the baker's spray with the flour in it. Do not use that. That might be good for some things, but I don't think that would be good for this recipe. So here I have my sprayed pan. I did a little bit of prep work here. I melted the stick of butter in a Pyrex measuring cup. It has a pour spout, so that's handy. It'll help with the recipe. And I took my 18 Rhodes rolls and I did let them soften a little bit. Don't do this when they are rock hard out of the freezer because you could hurt yourself cutting them, but I let them soften just a little bit so I could easily get a knife through, and I made these half rolls basically, so little dough balls. And excuse my cinnamon finger there, but you did see me spray my bundt pan with the butter spray. So I have about 1/2 cup of raisins here, and I'm going to sprinkle them in the bottom of the pan. I'm probably going to do about half because I think I'll do some raisins midway as well. So I'll do about half the raisins in the bottom. And this is a treat for my kids. We don't really usually eat things like this, but they are off tomorrow. And I thought it would be a fun thing. And I won't have to get up super early to bake it because we can sort of sleep a little bit later. So now I'm taking each little dough ball here and I'm rolling it in cinnamon. I'm going to place it in the pan. Roll, 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 throw them in. What kind of Christmas traditions do you guys have? I know that these are really good for Christmas morning. or a holiday morning. They would be good for even Thanksgiving morning, while you can have these to enjoy while you are prepping your Thanksgiving meal. Put a couple of these in the oven, prep it the night before, and then you're good to go for a nice breakfast. Some people do things like the turkey trot, and they can have something to eat before or after, because sometimes the meal's not ready then. But it's good because it's already prepped, you know, you don't have to worry. And it's really not, it's so easy to do once you see. Do you see how simple it is? But I won't be able to show you how much it's risen until tomorrow, but I'm actually working on tomorrow's breakfast before I did dinner. Oh well. I'm either going to do shrimp scampi tonight or lasagna. I haven't made up my mind yet. But my kids are picky, so only certain ones will eat that. And I was going to sprinkle a couple more raisins here. Let's just put the rest. It's a little surprise in between. We're not going to go with nuts today, but you could if you love nuts. Definitely put some pecans or walnuts in here, or any kind of nut you like. This one looks a little bald. There we go. Looking good. One more straggler. Okay. Throw that sucker in. Let's move this out of the way. Move this so you can see better. So, next what you're going to do, oh, there's a straggler raisin too. There we go. Next what you're going to do is you're going to take your, again, this can't be instant. It has to be the cook and serve. And you can use butterscotch or vanilla or French vanilla. All would be good flavors. You're going to take your pudding mix and your brown sugar and you're going to sprinkle them on top. So let's open this up. So easy. This one I don't need the spoon, but I need the spoon for the... Oh, it smells, this pudding smells so good. It's got like such a great vanilla flavor. This is, I guess, what makes it taste so good and get that stickiness. All right. There we go. That's so easy. That part's done. And now the brown sugar, we're going to throw that over top as well. You could do either half a cup or 3/4 cup of the brown sugar. Just make sure it's soft so you can sprinkle easy. And oops, don't be like me where you chuck it on the counter. I'm going to just use my hands here. Sometimes it's a little easier. My hands are clean. I'm just going to throw some on. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. There we go. And then there's one final part. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Let's see. There we go. That's good. Now we're going to put the butter on top. All you have to do is drizzle it. And this is what's going to create your delicious sticky part of the sticky bun. I'm just going to go in a circular pattern here so it gets well incorporated. Yum. Wow, this is a real treat. Okay. Try to scrape that out of there. That's it. All right. What I'm going to do is I have a clean towel here, and I'm going to drape this towel over top and set it on the back of my stove. And I'm going to let it rise overnight, and I will show you in the morning what it looks like once it's risen. Bye. See you in the morning. Hello, this is what the bundt pan looks like after rising overnight. My house was a little bit chilly. I have had it where the sticky buns are like bubbling over the bundt pan. But in this case, it did not do that this time, but it will be fine when I bake it off in the oven. I bake the sticky buns at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. And this is what mine looks like after it's baked. It looks really yummy. And I'm going to get a nice big serving platter, and I'm going to flip it out onto the serving platter. Once you get your sticky buns out of the oven, make sure you flip them out of the pan as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will be like cement in your pan and you won't be able to get your sticky buns out. Another tip, this is messy when you flip it, so make sure the plate you're flipping it on does have a lip on it or an edge, so that you don't have it ooze everywhere. Yummy, gooey goodness. I took a butter knife and I ran it along the edges here just to see if it will release. And I have a big platter here to turn it out on. So let's wish me luck here. This always makes me nervous that I'm not going to get it right. And I've got my huge gloves here so I don't burn myself. And we're gonna flip this platter on top, and then I'm gonna flip again. Whoa! And hopefully it'll turn out. Fingers crossed for me. Yep, it did. There it goes. So that's why you want to grease your pan well. It looks really yummy. I mean, some of those raisins that were still in the pan over top. Just watch you don't burn yourself. I hope you have some good pot holders. But let's just get some of this raisin goodie here out and spoon them over any bald spots that don't have raisins. With a good cup of coffee. It'll be yummy. Milk for the kids. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys make this recipe, and I hope you also subscribe to my channel for future videos. Please also feel free to like, comment, and share. All of those actions really do help my channel. Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you next time.